What's going on, Atlanta Falcon fans, man? Y'all know it is your boy Antoine Smith. Stopping in right quick to get my quick thoughts on a fan question that I got. And it's a great question because I've been reading into this for the last couple of days, about 3 or 4 days. I would say to last Thursday, at the time of this recording. And Josh Sweat is a name that came up in trade rumors. Because according to Sleeper Arizona, Sleeper Cardinals, and that's the same people that make the app where we, place our bets and do these type things. But Sleeper Arizona said Josh Sweat, who led Arizona with 12 sacks last season, had been absent from voluntary OTAs. And yes, it's voluntary, but when you're trying to get the team on the right track, you have a new coach, a new staff. You got to make every single time that you have mandatory mini camp, training camp, OTAs, all of that. So he was absent, but per Gambo 987, and that's John Gabadaro in Arizona. He's been a host there in Arizona, sports show host for about 30 years. Arizona, so he know he has the scoop on everything. And it says Sweat is not injured, was just a no-show, and something to keep an eye on. And this is no surprise, because Arizona, to me, they're rebuilding, and a lot of players they don't want to rebuild. But he came over as a free agent, a very big deal, 4 years, $76 million, and that's a good little bit of money for an edge rusher. And the person that brought this to my attention, that wanted me to talk about this, I got to give him credit for it. Demetrius Johnson, man, long time subscriber, been following me since the beginning. He wanted to know what my thoughts on it would be. Well, let's keep it real. First of all, we still know what that situation is with JPJ. We still don't know how it's going to turn out. We do know, however, there will be at least 6 games that he's going to miss due to suspension. We don't really know what the Falcons are going to do, fine him or whatever they're going to do. But um, this could add to the Falcons' pass rush, man. You know they went out and got Aziz Ojulari and uh, Samson Ebukam, and now you add a Josh Sweat to what you have with those guys, Jalen Walker, D'Angelo Malone, the rest of these guys, and then you have new guys coming in. So I think it would kind of take the Falcons defense to a next level because if you think about what they did last year, they had probably one of the best pass rushes last year with 57 sacks. Second to only the Denver Broncos, who were diabolical with what they were doing as far as getting after the quarterback. Wasn't no joke in Denver, but Josh Sweat on this team, I think, absolutely makes sense. But we all know we always got to talk about that money part. What would it cost to acquire this guy? And that's the key thing. And we know Ian Cunningham does not like to give up draft picks. He said that he's not in the he's not in giving away the future basically. And I get that. But when you have a chance to get a Super Bowl caliber player who's actually won a Super Bowl with the Philadelphia Eagles, spent his first 7 years there, 45 sacks there, and I think 40, I think he had 43 sacks. Yeah, 43 sacks with the Eagles, and did a damn good job in really a rotational role because they had guys come in like Nolan Smith, Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis. That pass rush was just there. Then you had Brandon Graham coming back to veteran, so he was the odd man out, and he wanted to change, but he went to Arizona, signed the contract. Did like I said, had 12 sacks last season, but it did not turn out like they expected, man. Because you got to think they still looking for a quarterback. They did draft Marvin Harrison a couple of years ago, but he hadn't turned out who we thought he was going to be, probably because of the quarterback position. They've added Tyler Algier, Jeremiah Love in the draft, so that offense is going to pick up and be dynamic. They add another offensive tackle to go along, Paris Johnson. So this defense, to me, Arizona, they have a chance to turn it around. But since he's been a bit disgruntled since last year, and they were trade rumors even after the first season there, that he was not happy, um, it makes sense that you can hear these type of rumors. But the Falcons, the price wise, as I was saying, man, you looking at post June 1st, which is definitely what it'll be, which will be next week. The cap hit would only be $5.5 million. So that's very doable with the Falcons, knowing that they have about 16, 17 million in cap space. But going into the seasons after that, the cap hit is 16. Then after that, I think it's 11. So the next 2 years after is very, very cost efficient because they will get more cap space in 2027. The cap space will be astronomical, and they could definitely afford him. And if they wanted to, or move on from James Pierce after what he did off the field, this would probably be a good move in that aspect as well. But I expect them to keep James Pierce. But I'm saying if they decide to do that, Josh Sweat will be, right at home. He would already be here. So hey, it would be what it would be. So money wise, 5.5 million in cap in what the cap hit would be, and that's very doable for a guy who's had 55 sacks, his first 8 seasons in the league, and I think last year, his career year actually with 12 sacks. I think he had 11 in his Pro Bowl season in 2021. No, he had 7.5 his Pro Bowl season in 2021, but the very next season he had 11.5. So he beat his career total by a half a sack with the Arizona Cardinals. And he's still actually young, in my opinion. He's about 29, 30. So he still has a lot left in the tank. He would be in Atlanta. I think he would be more of a rotational piece along with Pierce when he comes back. But I think Jalen Walker, to me, still has to be the guy to take this defense to the next level by having a breakout season because I think he had 5.5, 6.5 sacks last year. And I think Jalen Walker is the key piece of this defense. Why? Two, because you have two young linebackers that are coming in Caden Daniels and the new guy, Harold Perkins. And he has to be that veteran to help those guys along. And you can see him play a little off ball as well, playing in the middle to help those guys. Divine Diablo is another one. So I think this Josh Sweat trade could work. But again, nothing is promised. And it's just a thought. Demetrius Johnson, thank you for that, man. Thank you for always supporting Sports Machine as you have. Really appreciate you, my guy. And that's my thought on Josh Sweat. This will be very interesting and something to keep an eye on. And they have the Eagles as a team to keep an eye on to bring him back to Philadelphia. And I've seen another couple teams. But, hey, could be an Atlanta Falcons as well with the right price and the right move. Trade piece, I would say probably a future second round pick. You could get him for a future, maybe a third. Who knows? But that's my quick thoughts. Y'all drop the comments in the comment box. Let me know what y'all think. This your boy Antoine Smith signing off. I will holler at y'all soon, man. Peace.